Hello, everyone, every no one. This is Nate. We'll be starting up the stream in about 10 minutes. Going on a little Florida Gulf Coast tour. VOR hopping. Staying low-ish. Anyway. Enjoy some King Gizzard. Hello everyone, what's up? This is Nate. You are watching my YouTube channel and or Twitch stream, Nate Flies, where I practice flight simulator and try and improve and fly the plane according to roughly real world procedures. Although today we'll be following more or less real procedures, but taking a different routing today so that we can see the Florida Gulf Coast, which is cloudy here in New Orleans. But like Stu says, we'll wing it and hope there's blue skies ahead. All right, let's get going. So yeah, today we are in XP12 in the Toliss A319, and this is the continuation of the Nate Flies an Airbus series. And this might be the last time I fly the little guy, because I think the little Airbus is going to become the big Airbus on the next stream, because I've been messing around with the default A330 in X-Plane, which is okay, and we will see how I can do with a large one like that. And I'm thinking of flying around China actually with that, because I have cool liveries and they seem to fly some shorter routes with their A330s there, and that'll be my my China aircraft maybe. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. If anyone's here, please feel free to say hi in the chat. I like to talk and play video games. But yeah, this is my stream where I try and do better at flight simulator, and I use this to record what I'm doing to try and learn from my mistakes, and it's been very, very helpful. So, because otherwise you don't know what you're doing wrong in the moment with these things. Things move fast. The aircraft gets out ahead of you, you do something you don't know. But anyway, what we're up to today, just to give you a quick briefing, is we are going from New Orleans all along the Florida Gulf Coast to the Keys, which I've been having fun flying into. It's been pretty, and so it's, you know, well, warmer here. It was less cloudy earlier, but anyway, here we are in New Orleans. We are taking off runway 29, so we will just kind of be taxiing out very easy, jumping on 29, taking off to the west, and there's actually no standard instrument departure, but I will show you on the map kind of what we're doing today. Not that map, although that's an okay map, the Avia-Tab map. So yeah, so here we are in New Orleans, cool city. Also recommend, good times there. There's no standard instrument departure, but what we're gonna do on this trip, our plan is we're gonna take off to the west. I'm gonna loop around to the south, kind of head over to this VOR, which I should just plug in before we go. But then we're actually just doing a kind of custom route. I'm actually only going up to, I think, flight level 280, but we'll kind of play it by ear as we go. But I want to go to, I'm doing some VOR hopping, and I just wanted to kind of look at beachfront and water on our way to the Keys instead of just going straight over. So we're going to fly over this Biloxi VOR and then come over to Pensacola and I have family who's lived here and trained here and flown here. So we'll fly over Pensacola. I'm going to do a hold over Pensacola because I want to test something from last stream. But then we're going to Panama City Beach and taking that to, I believe, whatever this place is up here. I know I have some family that has lived, so this is sort of, I guess, just due west of Gainesville. But, you know, I don't know, swampland, Suncoast stuff. But we'll fly over that VOR down over the St. Pete VOR and take that to the Naples VOR. And then from Naples, we're going to take, there's a waypoint that's kind of right off the coast of you know, the 10,000 Islands-ish area. I don't know what this actual area is considered, you know, South Everglades, I don't know. But then that links up with that fantasy over here, that fantasy arrival for Key West. That's nice. So to show that here. So we'll be coming to here, hooking up with fantasy, and then doing that final little approach, enjoying a view of the Keys and looping back in. And I think the weather will clear up by then. But otherwise, I've got the aircraft all set up. We will just, like I said, be taking off. You can see I can go to my plan mode here and just really quickly kind of show you. I mean, you're not going to really get a great sense of it here, but you can see we're kind of following the Florida coast down into the Keys, and everything is all set and ready to go. So I'm about ready to take off. So otherwise today, let's get some last few things, get these armrests out of the way, that one, and otherwise we are ready to rock. So I've already done stuff for our benefit up here. Let's go ahead and get the auxiliary power unit going. APU, there we go. So the APU, auxiliary power unit, once we see the flap is opened, we'll start her up. And so, as you know, I like looking up the backside of aircraft, but here's where the APU is. And it will start up momentarily. There it goes. Crank some exterior sounds. Anyone who's watching, if you need to turn down better pushback, radio. Finally found it. All right, APU's going. One thing I noticed, by the way, there was an X-Plane update today, and when I installed it, it didn't like something. And I notice now all my lights have that terrible X-Plane, very, very bright glow. So I had a mod that I think is not working with this new update, so I'm gonna have to check that out. Warning to anyone else. But okay, cool. We got the APU is available. Right? Yes. So we'll go ahead and turn the APU bleed air on, and I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the external power. How do I do this in the Toliss? Oh yeah, I can use this guy. So I'll call the mech. Let's get I got parking brake set. Let's get rid of chocks. Let's get rid of external power. And let's call the pushback. Rock. Better pushback. Pre-plan. So I believe I should have, again, I never check where we are, but I'm pretty sure this feels about right. So we will set our pushback here.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Yeah, today's day off after a long Super Bowl weekend. What an absolute drubbing that was, but good for the Seahawks and even better for the Patriots. We're not fans on Nate's stream of the Pats. They have made our lives miserable for far too many years. So it is cloudy here in New Orleans, which is a bit of a bummer. I thought when I looked at the weather, everything looked pretty solid, but I guess not. Alright, here's our truck coming up, taking its time here. Unless, like I said, I sometimes always better push back.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay. So let's wait for the tow to come up. And like I said, the plan today, this is a non-standard routing. This is like, you know, you could pay a little extra and have gotten this this routing, I guess, if you wanted to sightsee a little bit. But that's kind of what we're going to be doing to some extent today. Looking at everything, fuel, all good. One thing I need to look up, because I forget a lot of the time, is when does it actually give me my final ground weight down here? Wonder if it's once I actually start up. But otherwise, everything else looking good.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and connect up. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this flight just to chill. I'm not really going to be doing anything extravagant here. I might do a hold over Pensacola. Just because I want to test something from last stream. And I already initialized everything and I've got our performance all ready to rock. Figured we can dispense with some of that for now. But I just want to do a hold at some point over somewhere. Because I noticed yesterday, or the other stream,
Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
when I hit immediate exit, and I don't know if I ended up hitting something else to get out of the hold in the flight computer, but it did not seem to. Hooked up. I was talking, so I don't know if he said I can release parking brake. But I noticed it seemed like it went back into the hold again, but it's not supposed to. So anyway, also really quickly, here's our performance takeoff running 2.9, and I set the V1 kind of 10 knots or so less than the VR. So we'll have a slight buffer. So I'm pretty sure that homeboy said ready to rock, so let's release parking brake and get out of here.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright. Looking good up here. Got all my lights on that I want. And let's go down here, set to start, and we've got temps, we've got pressure. Let's go. Engine 2, start. We spinning. Alright, engine 1 is available. Or engine 2 is available. Engine 1, let's go. You can hear the kind of hear the power transfer unit. That's that thing that sounds like a dog barking. But essentially what's going on here, we got turbine engines. there's fans that compress air, and once the oxygen mixture is just right and fuel is added and fire, we got an explosion, and that compresses even more and then shoots out the back, and that's what makes this thing go. Nice. Alright, both engines available. I'm pretty sure he said to set the parking brake. Go ahead and do that.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, as he's disconnecting the tow, we will do some other stuff up here. So we can go ahead and get the APU bleed off and turn the APU off. That will switch us over, well, we already did, to the generators. Let's go ahead and get our taxi light on, runway lights on, strobe, come to auto. Let's tell the guy. Oop, did I get it? I think so. Let's go down here, set mode switcher back to norm. Let's arm the speed brake. And we're doing a flaps +1 takeoff, so set the flaps. Do the slats.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. Well, see you
Other
next
flap
time,
came
and
out
have
a
safe
bit.
flight.
Nice. Okay, let's check our flight controls. So full up, make sure I have my joysticks and stuff plugged in. Page down. Page down. Nose down. Full left. Full right. Full left. Full right. Neutral, and our trim today is up 0.4. Or she is. Did forget something. Oh yeah, auto brake max, and let's ding the cabin. Alright, we should be ready to go. So, to get out of this place, so interesting, this has no standard instrument departure. So what we're gonna do, we are in the lowlands here, so all I'll do for this is, well, we'll just hang Golf Sierra, and boom, there we go, that's where we're going. And then once we take off, we just have this one little restriction early, but otherwise we are can do whatever we want, and I'll just kind of hand fly us around until I get sick of it. And I do want to see what we can see of Nolens. So I'm going to go ahead and do some other things. Just go with TARA on, we get the weather on, and a predictive wind shear system on, and I should be a good boy and do some checklists here. Alright, so after start, blah, 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 did all that. Don't blah, 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 please. So taxi, nose light, runway, strobes, takeoff config is normal, okay. So we are just going to come up here, hang a left, and not too far to go. So let's kill the parking brake and enjoy our flight to Keys. Again, for some warm weather. So, give us a decent view. Been to New Orleans. Had a great time. Hard not to have a good time in New Orleans, I think. Unless you are too bad, then I guess you can get yourself in trouble in New Orleans. Okay, this feels like golf. Yep. Better than feels like golf. It is golf. Hang a left. So yeah, today I just kind of wanted to sightsee a little bit. And relax. It was a stressful week last week with tons of work, but it all turned out very well. And so I earned the day today, is what I'm saying. Before I totally take off, I am gonna go look down here. I don't have all my cameras and whatnot today, but that's okay. I do want to check my rat nav, and I'm gonna throw in that Biloxi. That's where our first VOR is gonna be. So here comes Sierra, and there's should be 29. Get some lights, get the takeoff light on. ILS holding line. Yes, I'm gonna have to see about that mod, because I can see that bloom that's on a lot of the lights right now. I had a mod that had fixed those, but now. Alright, approach sector is clear.
Approaching 29.
Thank you, grass lady. Oh, and tell me I'm on 29.
On runway 29.
Alright. Alright, I am going to go ahead and park us here for 1 sec. And hit the parking brake. Because, like I said, I wanted to plug in the... Oh yeah, so I'm using the Avia tab map. I gotta remember that. So we are and currently I do want this VOR. What do we got? 117. Okay, so for VOR 1 down here, let's type in. Will it just get HRV? Let's see. Or hotel Romeo Victor 4.10. Nice. And the other VOR that I want to plug in. So we're basically going to fly to this VOR.
On runway 29. On runway 29.
Yes. And then I believe I'm just going to somewhere in Biloxi, which probably just that VOR. Bravo India X-ray. Go ahead and plug that into VOR2 110.80. All right, cool. So yeah, that way I have a few more references to kind of what I'm up to here. So other than that, I think we are ready to rock. One last check of up here. Looking good. Okay, let's go. Let's enjoy our flight down the Gulf Coast. Alright, parking brake is off. On the brakes for a sec. Spool up engines. There's 40% and flex. Alright, man flex 68 SRS. Runway auto thrust blue is the gobbledygook that you say to make sure you're on the right runway and that all your modes are selected. All over the place. This is what I miss, having my co-pilot. Alright, V1 and rotate. Right. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. Nav. So the only thing it really cares about is us being above 15 or 1,500 feet here. It's the beacon. Looks like we should be making it. Going to climb, thrust climb, open climb, heading. So yeah, so we don't have any, you know, LNAV, VNAV, as it were. We're winging it today. But what I can do is, oh, we got these damn clouds. I thought it was going to be a nicer day today. Okay, we're thrust climb, open climb, heading. I am going to go ahead and let's go autopilot 1. Don't turn that way. And I am going to turn us back toward. Let's go back into managed. Go flaps up. And one thing I'm curious about, if it just goes to heading, or excuse me, what green dot speed, or if it actually speeds up to get a sense. We're kind of doing this little loop around, and I'm heading toward this VOR. Alright, alt. We're gonna hang out at 5,000 here. And I've got the, what do they call this? The VOR rows. I'm just sort of, using our heading to point us toward it. Look at some of our gas fields. So I can't really see much. Again, the cloudy. Oh yeah, it does keep Avia tab open. So I'm gonna go to the flight plan page here. And yeah, so this is kind of, if we really wanted, I mean, we could go like VOR to VOR navigation here. Is it picking up that one yet? No. But we would know a outbound bearing. Like I said, I'm just chilling at 5,000 here. So you can see we're kind of heading that way. Wind might be blowing us off a little bit, but not too bad. Like I said, I think, here we go, clearing up a little. I know it wasn't, it's, the weather did seem clear everywhere I was looking. I'm going to go up to, I'm going to continue climbing up to 8,000. I'll pull, open, climb. Alright, thrust, climb, open, climb. Still heading. So once we, so right now I'm just kind of watching this, once this gets us, once we're sort of we're at the, VOR station, I will, just send us direct to the next one. Alright, speed all-star. Okay, so it knows just kind of 250. The other thing I was checking is I wasn't sure when you're in managed mode. Here we go. You can see a little more of Nolans now. There's the Superdome. Yeah, French Quarter. I guess I should do some after takeoff things, which is just speed brakes. Disarmed. I can go, I mean, we're still low, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn all our other lights off. And, okay, we're coming up to that VOR. I wonder how good did we do? Yeah, okay. Missed it by about a mile. So I'm gonna go down here, go back to our arc, and yeah, you can see there it was. I am going to go direct down here in the flight plan to. Oh, I wanted Bix. Not enough here. It isn't our flight plan. Check. Yeah. Oh, it has us already on way to Bix. Interesting. But not really. Direct. So I'm going to do Bravo, India, X-ray, direct to, insert direct, nav, alt. Okay, cool. There we go. Now we have a couple better views. Turn X-plane down a little bit for us. And also the external, so we can look outside without killing ourselves. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to fly along the coast and see what we could see up at around 20,000 feet or so. As we make our way to across the coast, let's go ahead and I'll go up to, I think I said 280. So now I can go climb, thrust, climb, alt blue. Okay. And I'm pretty sure the clouds are gonna, this haze is gonna blow over sooner than later. Okay, we're gonna go rad nav down here. And I can go ahead and clear out the, even though that's what it wants. And I will keep Bix in there. Yep, there we go. And yeah, we're just kind of cruising around the coast. Taking the long way around. And yeah, definitely that light mod is not working. I had a mod that fixed these light blooms. I'll have to check it out. This weather's kind of bumming me out. I might have to, I mean, I want real world weather winds, but not, not this haze. Alright, better. Like I said, I think once we get out of the North Gulf, fly around the Mexico. What do they call it in? All right, still Gulf of Mexico in Avitab. So yeah, we're kind of flying up into Biloxi, and then we'll fly down to Pensacola to whatever this city is. I don't know if I've ever really been up through this little armpit. I mean, I've been to Tallahassee and this direction, but right through here, that's flyover. So we are going to literally fly over it on our way down to St. Pete. Oil rig. Oops. And that's what it's all about. Not strictly why I'm flying the Gulf. Part of it, again, as usual, was I get the landing forms up. It's cold, although it is warming up. You do after. I didn't actually do it. Chrono started. Brakes, okay, are good. I didn't do any of that. Disarmed. Thrust climb. Flaps retracted. Pack 6 degree lights. Alright, all good. Okay. These are better views for what I was hoping for. As the ominous shadows come in. Alright, flying over Biloxi. Yeah, I think I've gone as far as... Yeah, I mean, I guess I've spent time in Pensacola. So it's kind of cool. In Pensacola, there's a, you know, like a munition, you know, it's probably this. They bomb this. Like a, let's see, let's zoom in and see. Yeah, I don't know exactly where it is, but you can watch the, these like C-17s or whatever will do maneuvers out of Pensacola Air Force Base.
Altimeter setting.
Yep. Alright, pull standard. And yeah, sometimes you'll hear them, they drop live munitions. Yeah, both my my family members trained here. And so that's why I've been there. Oh, and to go camping before. That was a fun time. That was a cool canoeing trip. Like a multi-day, just kind of stop and camp as you go. I think it was Blackwater or something or other. That sounds familiar. Yeah, Blackwater River State Forest. They like drop you somewhere up top and then they pick you up somewhere downstream. You tell them how many days you're going to be, and then they, you know, they say, all right, get to this bridge by then. Which is pretty fun. And it was unusually cold. I thought we were going to die. Well, I mean, I was alright, but some people on the trip were not as well equipped. Alright, let's zoom out our co-pilot here. You can see the whole thing. Like I said, at some point I do want to do a hold. Maybe they bomb these these islands on the. I'm still too far. So yeah, we're coming up to the Biloxi now, and then we're gonna shoot due east to the Pensacola Air Force Base. Yeah, so I have ships turned off, which actually might be. Let's do something real quick. Graphics, draw boats and balloons. Sure. Aha. Now we have 3. Is that 3 aircraft carriers? Or those might be like cargo ships. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. When you turn boats off, you still get the carriers, which I think is because X-Plane, you can land on these, I think. Yeah, we got another cargo ship. I couldn't tell if that's a fishing vessel. But yeah, we'll turn that on since we're flying coastal. But cool, we got... Alright, good. The weather kind of broke. And yeah, I'm only going up to level 280 today. It's kind of a butter zone, I think, for making reasonable enough time, but getting a decent view. So yeah, we'll be external for a lot of this one. I'm just kind of looking at you know, as I've talked about before, what I like to do most when I fly. I could look out the window all day, so that is sort of what I'm doing today. Alright, Alt cruise, all good here. Do a quick little tour of our systems. Everything looking good. Alright. I don't think there's anything else I care about down here. Alright, we are cruising. Bearing an empty aircraft. Toliss doesn't have passengers. Although I was messing around the A330 yesterday, and it doesn't have passengers, but man, it's got at least the, I don't know if it's the default one per se, but I've got, excuse me, a livery that has kind of a nice first class and business class stuff, and it, man, it really tanks the frames. But yeah, I've been enjoying these flights into the Keys. I'm curious, let me clear out the, yeah, so Bix, it's the likes, is our VOR. I'm also just kind of seeing in the rad nav kind of what it likes to pick up. But in our actual flight plan, we're just going VOR to VOR. So I think there's only one non-VOR at some point, just because it was, yeah, it's scopy, just because it was taking us to a nice little spot. But otherwise, doing that that little RNAV approach into the Keys again. And let's see if I can get that flare going a little bit earlier so I don't slam this puppy again. Although, like I said, I mean, it looks worse. I was gonna say, it looks fine in the sim. It says it's worse in the sim. More ships. Lots of container ships. It looks like a oil. Might be tough for us to see. Yeah, it looks like, oops, oil. I guess once we get lower, we could see pleasure boats. Yeah, so container ships. Let's see if we see like a shrimp boat. Looks too big for that. Okay. Got airports on. Over here. Everything good. I admit this could be a good King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard flight. But actually, this is more of a, like I said, I just kind of wanted to relax. Enjoy some white noise. Alright, we can, let's let people smoke and walk around the cabin. How about that? So I think the other day too, I kind of did the pump transfer okay. I realized that the one thing, that alert that I got for the fuel was not, so I did eventually get an imbalance, but okay, it's both VORs. All it was telling me, I think, was that basically the fuel in the very outer tanks was just, you know, basically done and feeding into the, I guess, the main tanks. And so it wasn't anything major at that point. So I didn't have it, but then eventually it did. I did get a larger imbalance, and I would have had to have done some switching, which it did seem like that is the right way to do it. You, you know, you turn off the pumps on the side that you need to, you know, take from, and then keep the other ones on and turn cross feed on. But there was that weirdness with the hold. So why don't we, what's our, go to the flight plan. Okay, so we are leaving there. We are, how far? To 86 nautical miles to the Panama City VOR. So why don't we, where do we want to hold? Let's see, if I went PAM, that hold, and our inbound course is to no, one PAM, like 105, that sounds about right. So I'm not going to do like a computed hold there. Let's just do inbound course. Just sort of seeing what would put us, I guess 104. Yeah, why not? All right, 104 is going to be our inbound course. I actually want to make left turns for the shit of it. Let me think about what the, there's a distance rule here, although again we're just doing one, so let's do like minute and I'll just do 2 minute. Okay, we go temporary flight plan, hold left speed, okay, insert temporary, there it is. So for the hold, it likes 214. So what I'm testing here is just for once we enter the hold, I want to see if the immediate exit works as expected. And I won't descend or anything. We'll stay at this altitude. Like I said, I just want to test it out to see what happened last time. Because what it seemed like happened last time, and again, I had put in a hold and then I let it do a computed hold. I actually don't know what this is like. Is this like an E-top thing? I don't even really know what this indicator is. All right, good. Another thing to look up. That's that's the whole deal here. But yeah, it seemed like when I did the immediate exit. Now I don't know if I screwed something up but I also did like a direct, and it still held the hold in there. So all I'm gonna do this time is, once we kind of get about, just once we turn back, I'm gonna exit the hold immediately, right here. See if it cuts it off, and takes us back to Pam, Papa Alpha Mike, and that'll be our little experiment. But yeah, Pensacola Beach. Guess a spring break destination. But Pensacola's fine. Reminds me of, Florida, if anything, is consistent. Oh, looks like we can see a non-large boat or some. What do we got there? The hell is that? What am I looking at? We're on our way to Panama City. Ah, Destin, okay. Choctawhatchee Bay. And then I don't think I've actually spent much time in Panama City proper. I guess that's where the Tallahasseans go for the water. Tallahassee is like almost cool, but not. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what this strange floating thing is. Alright, so we're coming up to that hold. A couple things I want to check to see also is, well, here I assume is our decel point. Here. So I'll see, yeah, it's already looking like it's gonna slow down by the time we get there. So this should automatically kind of get us into that. If I click the hold, there's all of our stuff. I'm surprised it doesn't have a list the speed here. Maybe only when you compute it. Is it over here? No. Still getting a little used to the... That is the winds. Oh, I should do that too. Alright, let's see how it does with the hold this time. Debatably should not go too slow when you're, I wonder what when you're this high. Well, we'll see it come in. But okay, we're hitting that decel point. Let's see. Wow, we have a lot of tailwind. Good for our fuel. We're on Mach 0.75. All right, so there, yeah, we hit our decel magenta, so it'll start slowing down. Yeah, the weather has improved. Okay, so we're gonna look at this. Okay, so it's slowing down. And on this, we should get, once we actually get to the hold, it should have list the immediate exit thing that we will hit in a second. And then I assume it's going to speed us back up and go. The thing I'd like to check out is if there is a, because I'm pretty sure immediate hold is not just arming an exit. So I don't know if you do one whole hold rotation or what the deal is, but we're about to find out. All right, hold. So here we go. Entering the hold. Yeah, just like green dot speed for this. And once I'm about a minute downwind, I suppose, the hold. What do they call that? There's a technical term for it. Speed up a little. I'm gonna go below green dot. All right, there we go. So we are turning. We are turning. You see the, don't want to get into that. Although really this aircraft shouldn't let you, I think it's, you like can't stall an Airbus unless you break something. It doesn't let you. Alright, so let's move a little more. Like I said, once we're just a few miles kind of downwind, down hold. I will press immediate exit and see what happens. Because it did one thing for me at one point and then one thing for me at another point, so let's see. Alright, so we got our delay vector, let's say, and now they're like, alright, resume. So I'm going to go ahead and hit immediate exit. Gets our little circle. Okay, so okay, because you can't just resume hold if you need to. But now we should just be making this left turn back to Pam. And that is what we're indicating here. So that's where we were coming from. We did entered the hold. So our active leg here is the Panama City VOR that we are right on top of. This looks like it should do the trick. So what I'll have to see, I might have been too click happy the last time. Back. Got some fighter trainers. I guess we're flying over an Air Force base. Probably shouldn't be doing that. Yeah. It's their fault. They have the VOR station. Yeah. So yeah. IRL, don't fly over this. We could look at a chart. Okay, so let's see. Are we going to get the hell out of this hold? So what I expect to see now is go active to Charlie Tango Yankee and the speed go up. And so we're, you know, a wee bit off course, but it should correct and speed up. And there we go. All right. We are on our way. All right, so not quite sure what happened the last time. Like I said, I must have just, I'm not going to watch that back again, but it is something I noticed. I screwed up the last flight. And it might have just been that I think I thought I had to activate something. Like when I put exit hold, I might have thought I needed to like do some sort of activation. I might have just hit resume hold at that point. All right, sweet. All right, on this leg we are 120 or so nautical miles. I'm gonna go get a in-flight drink service for myself. Enjoy some window views in the meantime, and I will be right back. We could play a little something fun. All right, enjoy a little 8-bit King Gizzard. What a bad DJ. Alright, enjoy some 8-bit Gizzard. Be right back. Hope you enjoy a little 8-bit Gizzard. That's pretty cool. I like it. That's just what the engines sound like. I don't want to turn into dust. Take inside my keep spurs me on. I don't want to be beautiful. Got some turbulence today. We'll have some gentle background 8-bit GIZZ. Oh, do I not have a... camera is this? Oh. There we go. I was joking the other day when I was on the ground. It's like when you have this view, it's like isometric flight simulator. Let me do one thing. X camera is the best. Enable camera axis input. Sorry, that's gonna be weird, but okay. All right, that's good. Move all cameras. All right, so now at least I can do a circle view. This, and that should zoom in, zoom out. Alright, coming up to that Charlie Tango Yankee, which like I said is this yeah, I've never been out this part. I've done I've been to Gainesville many times. My University of Florida friends. I'm cool with Gainesville, to tell you the truth. Not as an institution or anything, but the town is, I've had good times there. Let's put it that way. So I'm not gonna crap on it too much. But yeah, we'll be coming to this VOR and then kicking down to along the Sun Coast. Is this still considered the Sun Coast? This part? I know there's some cool little somewhere. I mean, a lot of this could be park. Okay, Cedar Key. Maybe that's the move. Before. So, you know, I have lots of reasons I like Flight Simulator. Part of it is, again, I like Earth from this perspective. I like simulation in general. I think it's fun to learn how to fly a aircraft. Complex machine and such. Yeah, so this is, what do they call this place? Cross City. I'm assuming this is some kind of podunk situation. Which, if you're Floridian, you're proud of that status, so I can use that. I use that term with all due respect. Okay, so I guess that's Cedar Key. Or is that even farther south? Oh, I guess it is. No, it's down here. But yeah, oh yeah, also the whole point of that was I'm a big cartography guy. Love maps. History of maps, map making is a fascinating little historical niche to study. So here's that VOR station we're about to fly over. And whatever this, like I said, have no clue. Ooh. Yeah, not much here. The airfield of some kind. Alright. Hangar right. It's fun when you can joyride around in a A319. I don't know when I'd get back down to Florida again for the in-laws. Well, I mean, South Florida, I guess. I could see going back to again at some point. I mean, I definitely will be. my family is all there. Man, you do not like that term, huh? Okay. One thing I'll say, flying around in the Toliss versus the default A330 is this feels a lot smoother, better. The A330. Now, granted, the A330. What's the size comparison of like an A319 and an A330? A319, the A330. I feel like this should be a easy standard one. Airbus 320. Okay, here we go. This is close enough. Alright, this is good. So it looks like the A330, here's the A319, here's us, here's a 330. So it is twice the length. I'll give it that much. Oh, I was gonna say, you know what probably fucked up that turn was we're getting blown pretty good here. Is our fuel balanced? 325. So, yep. Active C's out there. Okay, so off of our right side is Cedar Key here. So I have not been to Cedar Key. I see some sailboats. I guess you come in this way. Find an Airbnb somewhere. Although it is pretty sparse. I wonder if they even what the lodging situation is. Prairie Cove. This guy. You have a name, little island? Nope. This is one bummer in lots of flight sims, these scenes that happen. My immersion. But we are on our way to St. Pete, and there is Tampa International. And yeah, Tampa, my old stomping grounds. I lived kind of north, east. But if you do come to Tampa, it is a good time. This is kind of the, I guess the more historic. But anyway, kind of all along the water here is very nice. My buddy had a great little house somewhere down in here. And it was cool. We'd go visit and walk around. And then Davis Island is cool. It's a very pretty drive. Here, I'll give you a I'll give you a spot. So what is it? Is it one of the university or the hospital or? Anyway, there's a parking garage here. Go up to the top floor of the parking garage. Get a great view. Downtown Tampa, the Ybor City, and yeah, it's cool. But yeah, this is kind of the bay. Nice walking, and then their Air Force Base, and then the other nice spot is come out to St. Pete and do Port de Soto, Indian Rocks, through Clearwater. I've never really been up to this Palm Harbor area though. Clearwater I've done a little bit, Largo a little, and then South St. Pete. I do. Gulfport is a interesting little town. You know, you can go on like a little romantic trip to Gulfport for about a day. That's, I think, the most you get out of it. But what do you do in Gulfport? Yeah, here's the little downtown of Gulfport. This is it, but it's got a pier, and yeah, it's kind of a nice little. I think I like, you know, gave my girlfriend at the time, like a nice ring or something there. But yeah, St. Pete Beach, good times. Yeah, Fort DeSoto. I had some crazy friends who used to. So here's Fort DeSoto. There's a dog beach, by the way. Here, this is cool. This boat ramp here. I've had some interesting moments. Where is that boat ramp? Talk about trial by fire, man. My father-in-law's 30-foot fishing boat, getting that thing at the fucking super active Fort DeSoto boat ramp. Is this where? Yeah, but I had some friends who used to, one of these little, they would swim out. You can swim out. I mean, you might die. But yeah, I can't remember exactly where it was, but I had some friends who used to come down here and just like go for a long swim to one of the islands. Great. Here is a Clearwater area. There's Tampa Bay. I doubt they came out to this. No, that's like a death. Yeah, definitely not. It was something like here. I don't know. I'll have to, maybe I'll email one of my old buddies who used to do that nutsy shit. Hubris. Yeah, pretty much pick a spot you can do some good fishing. You can catch redfish in the bay. Good eating. I guess, that's one kind of, what do they call it? The fishing grand slams? A redfish, the snow, well, I wonder how it is. It depends where you are, I guess. Does trout ever count for one? I mean, that's what you catch a lot of, which are great. I still never caught a tarpon though. We went on a tarpon excursion one time. And we parked our asses. Well, it was, oh, let's see. It looks like what kind of ships. So what is are these supposed to be? Oh, so they must be whacked out sailboats, X-plane sailboats. Okay, that explains it. Yeah, man, Tampa Bay, you're busy. Except, I don't know about this. That's, you can't go under that, fellas. There's the Grand Hyatt. Oyster catchers, I've recommended. Go eat here. Great airport. Cool neighborhoods. I lived in a great neighborhood in Tampa. More north than kind of the denser kind of downtown, but there are nice homes out through here too. And then, you know, kind of some of the nicer stuff. Obviously, it's going to be on the bay and the water. But the Lightning play somewhere around here, downtown. So that Ybor City. Oh yes, this is what I was talking about. This parking garage. Roof. And watch. And you get a nice view of the bay. St. Pete? Oh, interesting. That almost looks like the Trop with no roof. Okay, yeah, okay. I thought, I was like, no way they have that updated scenery. Yeah, so you don't know. Well, you don't. I'm a Rays fan. There's the Tropicana Field. It has no roof from the hurricane that hit, but they rebuilt. So I'm curious to see how it is this season. Yeah, but we tried to catch. This is the big bridge to drive across. But yeah, we where did we meet that guy? Yeah, we did fishing. I think we were in DeSoto, and then we came in and somewhere under the bridge, which is a big ass bridge. We tried to catch some tarpon, and man, we could see them rolling, but they were just not biting. That would have been so cool, though. Anyway, I never caught a tarpon. That's my fishing regret. And then I haven't fished in like 15 years. I just have to go visit my father-in-law, and then that will solve the problem. It's the loyalty. Alright, goodbye Tampa Bay. Alright, do we actually have to think of anything? We got top of descent is coming up. Did I already pass it? I doubt it, but let's see. Yeah, okay, there's our top of descent point. So let's let's start thinking of things. Alright, we will not be going back to New Orleans. Key West is currently Alright. Not as nice as I wanted, but okay. What's this? So we're doing the RNAV. Runway 9. Okay, so 09. That was at 110 at yeah. Outside air temp. Alright, everything's looking good here. It is dry. Sure. Oh yeah, I forgot. It doesn't. Where's the brake? Brake mode. Gotta do medium here. To barely make it. So let's go into our perf. Go to our approach, and what did we say? 3021. Might have to update some of this stuff. Temp is 23. Nice and warm. And it is 80 at 7. Traveler. Alright, minimum with LNAV, VNAV 425 feet. And that's our collision height. Full config. That looks good. Auto brake medium. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, I remember what I wanted to see. Data. ACARS print. Flight plan init, takeoff data, wind data. ACARS function. Oh, you know what? I realize for all this stuff I keep not getting my wind data. Anyway. Sloppy piloting. What is... Oh yeah, so anyway, I do want to look around at the printer. Data. ACARS print. Flight plan init, takeoff data, wind data. Let's print that and see what happens. Okay, so it only gets so much of this slip. Yeah, so I don't have any of this set up, so it's but at some point I'll get my METAR or whatever, my SimBrief profile in there. So just so you can see, we are flying over Sarasota, I believe was my next or no, Naples. No, Fort Myers. Well, Naples, yeah. Okay, we're skipping that. Yeah, we looked that up the last time. Some sort of weird land community or something. Scientologist. Yeah, well, that's is that where are they? Are they Sarasota? Napoli. Florida Napoli. Man, really hideous grid pattern here. But, you know, you need your canal so you can get your boat out. Alright. Papa descent coming up. Okay, so let's see. Go to our charts. We're not doing anything. So our first is going to be this Goosel 8000. So we can go ahead and plug that in, and we'll have, I assume, a pretty gentle descent down to Goosel. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're 60 miles out, so I guess I can wait a sec. Anything up here as we're getting ready for descent? Let's keep belts on, have people put their smokes out. There's not a ton to do up here in this aircraft. Always been there. Container ships everywhere. Although, this could be cool when we fly into the Keys now. We might see. I know it at least used to have cruise ships. Not in real, I mean in real life, yes, but I mean in X-Plane. Wreck. Yeah, I do need to go into this and finally actually do my get it totally integrated and log in and stuff. I'm just lazy, I never do it. Part of it is I don't mind plugging stuff into the FMS. I mean, part of the game. It's not a game. Figure out how to get rid of this thing. Not that I care, but great. Up a descent, 40 miles. Typically when I would otherwise start thinking about my descent planning. So our planning performance page was reviewed. TCAS. That's below. Okay. Approach briefing. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go down to. We're gonna link up with Fantasy, 8000 Goosel, above 3000 Weisel. Although I'm probably just gonna pull, and although I have to watch out this thing. Cable and unmarked balloon, 14,000 feet. So watch out for that puppy. But yeah, I'm just gonna go open descent to 3,000 and then go manage once we get back to Van Ed, and from there I'll be 210 and just we'll do the usual follow in. I will go visual at some point and try to land us. And I'm gonna again keep my head out of my ass to some extent. the vast Everglades. So when you come to Florida, what is it, 75? Cross, drive through the Everglades. Now that's someplace I haven't been in a long time, but I used to go when I was a kid with camp. And we've been all around the Everglades. Good times. I really like the 10,000 Islands. It's a neat little geographical formation. Mangroves. That's Marco Island. Which, does it exist even? The West Coast got so hammered by that last hurricane. Alright, top of descent. I'm gonna go ahead and just dial us all the way. Ooh, went right to where I wanted. Alright, 8,000. Oops, what did I press? I pressed like the speed. I was thinking speed intervention. Alright. Top of descent. And let's just go. Push. Descent. Alt blue. We should play some Jimmy Buffett, I guess. Yeah, this is the stuff that sucks in Sims when you get these hard satellite lines, but so be it. And man, the tanker activity down here is insane. Alright, cool. That was our little King Gizzard 8-bit. Shout out to the King Gizzard 8-bit dude. Check out his stuff on YouTube. He's got, I think, everything on YouTube. And then on his Bandcamp, 8-bit KGLW Bandcamp, is got Ollie and maybe, I don't know what other album he's got. Alright, here we come. I always like this, coming from this direction, the descent into the Keys. Kind of seeing the... So, like I said, there's that that one waypoint we're going to right now. Gopi is somewhere around here. Lake Bearmount. Yargo. But as I always tell everyone, here's your spot when you come to Miami. Don't say I didn't tell you. Key Biscayne. As you're driving, you'll be like, not here. Not on this side. Come here. Park. Drive as north as they'll let you. Sometimes this is closed on Rickenbacker, then you gotta, come down here. Anyway, don't get me wrong, it's fun down here too. There's more people will be here, but come as north as you can. There's like a little nature center here or something. But yeah, I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. This is I wonder if that must be the tennis courts. Yeah, the nature center. But yeah, I grew up right here. And you can walk way out, and it's deep right here. That's where you can see sharks and stuff. Not that deep, but deep enough where bigger fish like to hang. Yeah, very calm beach. Alright, let's get our heads in the game here. We're going to descend. We are descending, but as we come up to 18,000 feet, what is our QNH? $3021. Where is it? 420. Quickly run this again. 0. Doubt this will really change anything. A little bit. Perf. Next. Approach. I'll go 30120. Everything else is. Alright, for our approach, I'll give us a little more exterior sound. Gee, look at these boys right here are in trouble. That's a I'd be extremely nervous if I the never grin. That's funny. You know, the ever given. Look at this. This is a disaster. Christ. Pirates. Yeah, this has international incident written all over it. Are you gonna bail them out, X-Plane? Come on, I want to look at the keys. I don't want to watch these ships crash. No. Okay, so collision detection. Not for ships. Alright, that was funny. Alright, anyway, we are well below standard now. Let's pull, or let's push. We are 3020. Okay. 14, we're at Fantasy. Let's zoom in. Looks like we should be just right for Goosel. Alright, we're close enough. Let's go ahead and get some lights on. I will ding the cabin again. I'm really sure when you're supposed to be dinging them. Okay, we are close enough for this now. Let's go ahead and... Well, you are pretty zoomed in already. Oh, no, you weren't. So let's go U40. Go closer on my side. Let's go 20. The FO side here. Yes. Key Largo. Or are we already well south? Yeah, so yeah, duh. This is just marathon. Alright. Alright, at 8,000. 210, 4,000. Not gonna worry about this too much. Okay, here it comes. Under 10,000, you got it. You can't go any faster than 250. Alright. And down we go. Bang on Goosel. God, just huge tankers everywhere. It's not like this. Be more pleasure boats, I believe, in this area. Alright, we are coming up to 8,000. Some Venezuelan oil. Okay, alt star, alt. And let's say they said go down to 3,000. Alright, I'm gonna pull. Let's go thrust idle, open descent, alt, blue. I know there's that 4,000 restriction, but there's no, we're cool. Gonna buzz the tower. Alright, all our systems looking good. Let's hopefully we don't burn the hell out of these brakes. Then once we level out, I don't mind slowing down. I'm hoping we see some cruise ships. Instead we're seeing, that's almost more like a, I guess, Eddie. I'd say we have like shrimping boats, but these look, yeah, empty container ships. Guess it's a very workman-like day out. Alright, we got some clouds. We should get under there. I think it said something about at one point, so. And what is it? It's 1500. Yeah. Alright, about 30 miles or so from our turn. A little X-plane light cloud layer weather. So well, at least I might actually be able to see the Pappies this time. Let's go. Does behave a, yeah, 210. Okay, so it's kept that. So it's slowing way down, 180 by Ave. I'm gonna keep 210. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the speed and I'll keep us here for a sec. I don't want to go down to 180. That'll take us forever. Okay, now I will bring us down to 210. And once we make the base turn, I'll go managed and arm approach. Alright, idle. Oh, cool. Is that lightning? Or just a screen tear? I'll have to watch back. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and set at this point our next altitude, which is 1500. 1500. 1500 is set. So, being Ed. So if I go in here, I go perf. If I activate approach now, going to confirm approach, is it going to go right into manage speed? Okay, no, good. Alright, so approach phase active. Wind shouldn't be an issue for us today. So about 5 miles from Van Ed, I'll go ahead and go green dot. And then we could go into, once I turn base, I'll go into fully managed. And start slowing down. Alright, slow down to green dot. VDEV indicating. And at Van Ev, I'll go flaps 1 and go managed. Okay, go flaps 1, push, managed. And we will start slowing down. I will, let's see, do I still have my restriction? I'm also going to go manage descent. So Atna is 10, right? Yeah. Well, hazy. Sailboat. Go flaps. Flaps 2. Had to check the speed. Alright. As we do this turn, I'm going to go gear down. Flaps 3. Here comes the gear. Flaps 3. Yep. A little power. Just did a lot of things to slow us. Alright, I'm also going to go ahead and arm the approach. Is that a cruise ship? No. No. I thought we'd be seeing cruise ships. Alright, let's go ahead and arm the spoilers. Let's go full config. Ding the cabin. Alright. Alt final in blue, approach. Sailboat. Signs of alien life. I wonder, maybe we're at the wrong time of day. And we are 4 red. Well, this thing always, not always, but it seems like the 1500. I know, what's it called? That app doesn't like it. And we know our missed approach. We've done it before. I will, once we capture here, I will, I don't know if it's called capture per se. But I will set our missed approach at that point. Keys. Ah. I guess this is some sort of NOAA Doppler array. Alright, approaching Busby. That should start taking us down. Final approach. EDEV coming in. I see glide slope. I see 2 red, 2 white. Alright, down we are going. Go ahead and set missed approach to 2000. Missed approach set. Give me power. Approach speed a little low.
1000.
Give ourselves a little juice here. Alright, 1000. Let's my controls. Wind is right in our face. And have just a nice, gentle, about 600 feet per minute. Should be good. Go flight director off, bird on. And let's just try and hold this.
Approaching 09.
Damn. A little more power. Well, high.
100 above. 500.
Correcting.
Minimum.
Continue.
400.
Quite high. And
300.
fast. Alright, not our best.
200. 100.
We're going so fast.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 10, 5,
Oh.
3,000 feet remaining.
We'll need 4 reverse for this one. Okay, manual brakes. Reverse idle.
1,000 remaining.
Brake. Manual brakes. Alright, I lost it at the end there. Came in pretty damn hot.
100 remaining.
Oh. Went off road. Help me, Coast Guard. Okay. Gonna stop here. Get rid of this. We can. Yeah, I mean, I was at least. All right. Parking brake is set. I want to do some stuff. Lights. Set that to taxi. That's fine. APU. Yep. Break the APU. Brakes are off. Weather off. Predicted wind shear. Look spot off. Go standby. And let's look at our. I'm sure we already have. Yep, hot. Let's take a look at wheel. I mean, you know, I've done worse. Turn our brake fan. And, alright, I always forget how to park here. Okay, we can park with this guy right here. So we make the left or right, and then we're that. Alright. Turn the taxi light off. Okay. Let's spoilers in, flaps come in. Alright, park brake. A bit of juice. Go Alpha 11, and we see our guy there. We will try and park. Yeah, let's go isometric flight sim, Legend of Zelda style. Drag the plane across. Fine. All right. Thank you, dude. Parking brake is set. APU bleed. Come on, we are available. Beacon off. Strobes go to off. And let's kill engine 1 and engine 2. APU. And seatbelts off, smoking off, and we have done it. I hear the PTU. I can click mech. Let's get us chocks. Oh, they're already there. External power. Pushback, refuel, default, cargo handling. At the you got a does Toliss have ground services of any kind? I always forget this. Ground services. Power, pushback, no. Axe, stairs. On. Baggage loaders. There we go. Oh, cool. Look at those little FedEx ATRs. They fly down to like Meridia, and they've been interesting little routes. All right, cool. We did it. We'll watch the replay in a sec. But I think rest is good. What else do we have here? Passengers, load, unload packs. Do I have to say like 0? Oh, okay, so that's an instant thing. I just heard the plane get, or felt the plane get light. Alright, do I care about anything else? No, we're, oh, well, pumps. Alright, cool. Internal power, APU off. Alright, nice. So, let's check out our landing. That was not a good one, but shit happens. Alright. That's where I took over. Huh. Yeah, at some point I have this. When did I just lost it at some point. I think I landed at like 1. It felt very fast. So first I just want to watch this. So here I am getting high. Here I am getting high.
Hundred above.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just not sink. Get down.
Minimum.
So I should have gone around there. Well, it's still only 1,000 feet per minute. But I am a good 15 above.
100.
Weird. And yeah, runway ends fast. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna excuse that or anything. All I'll say is that I've had worse. But yeah, I got too squirrely at the end. Had to increase my rate of descent a little more than I wanted. And then I did something weird here. Woo! Isn't that kind of strange? I must have nosed down right at the end. Although, I guess I didn't see it as bad there. No cruise ships. Although, man, I love to wheelie this thing. I was, you know, that time I was trying not to. Okay, let's see how it feels for this poor bastard. This is the shot where you feel it. Should make sure to turn head shake on maximum. La-di-da, la-di-da. And ugh. My back. And then we're not gonna watch this part because I'm pretty sure I went off. This animated.
Retard 50. 200. 300.
And then I don't think I do this just right.
200.
If I nose down here, I think.
100.
Eh.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Yeah, see, I need to, on that call out, kill the thrust. Okay. Still fun. Still good.
800 feet remaining. Flaps.
External power actually on. Okay. So, alright, cool. That was fun. I am going to, I do really like this. I want to, possibly tomorrow afternoon, I think I might have a little more time. We'll see. I gotta do some work this week, and, I'll plan that out today. But I want to fly the A330 around China, and in the I really like. I was watching some stream the other day. I really like the China Southern livery. So, and I saw they fly a lot of 330s. So I think that'll be a fun little aircraft for us. But otherwise, welcome to the Florida Keys once again. And we'll be flying a big Airbus next time. And yeah, no cruises today. It was just all heavy industry coming through the Straits of Florida. So, oh well. Well, until possibly tomorrow or the next day, and we'll see what the bigger Airbus feels like. In the meantime, as usual, thanks again for joining me, and enjoy a little King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard on your way out. I will see you soon. Bye.
Sometimes I think I wasn't cut out for this world. Sometimes I just feel like just a scumbag to everyone. Probably would have been better off, do my own thing.
You're a scumbag, man.
I do like eating the scraps.
You like chicken.
I do like chicken. This one's about them chickens in the sky.
All right, see you later, everyone.
Bread crusts are my banquet, puddles are my wine. A revel in the present, each moment a lifetime.